Uprising, welcome to today's show. We saw last week the Wendy Williams bizarre situation where she pretty much haywired, right? She short-circuited. Her MK Ultra looked like it probably broke down. She looked like she saw a demon, and boom, she collapsed to the floor. Now, as most of you know, most of these celebrities, if not all, are under MK Ultra mind control in Hollywood. They are subservient to handlers who control them, who use them, who have trigger words that can snap them in and out of trances. And we see a lot of these actors and celebrities have breakdowns. We've seen it with Wendy Williams, Shia LaBeouf, Britney Spears. We've seen it with Kanye West recently, and we've seen it with the guy I'm about to speak about, Lamar Odom. Now, it must be a huge coincidence, right, that the most powerful family, one of the most powerful families in Hollywood, the Kardashian clan, who are high-ranking Armenian witches, both at one point in time were married. I guess now only Kim Kardashian's married to Kanye West. Khloe was married to Lamar Odom. Both of those men, highly successful. If you define success in this world as, excelling in whatever it is they do and making money. To us as Christians, it means nothing. But people who had money, who were multi-millionaires, Kanye West probably the top rapper that most people know of. Lamar Odom was a decent basketball player. The reason I'm saying that is because both these guys weren't grabbed out of a dumpster can somewhere and didn't just begin dating the Kardashians. Both of these men have serious mental breakdowns. We saw Kanye break down and haven't seen or heard much from Kanye since. Now, people speculate about clones and things like that. I don't get into that stuff. This is not something I can prove physically, so I'm not going to create some type of conspiracy about it. Others can do that if they please. Not my cup of tea. Not saying he is or isn't one, but just not something that I do. But nonetheless, Kanye West, with this massive mental breakdown, has been on the shelf for about a year almost. We saw the same with Lamar Odom, remember? Lamar Odom went to some brothel in Las Vegas, was sleeping with prostitutes, and had a wink-wink drug overdose, was then shipped to mental health centers just like Kanye. What a coincidence, right? And then they rushed, or shouldn't say rushed, rolled Lamar Odom right back out into the spotlight, right? Rolled him right back out, saying that him and Khloe are going to remain friends. And now what we see in YouTube trending today is that Lamar Odom fainted and passed out in a club last night. Now, the story is that he was drunk, and they're saying he's spiraling out of control with drugs and alcohol again. And that could very well be true. I'm not saying that it is or isn't because I can't prove that. But in watching the video, I found this very suspicious, and I'm sure you will too, in a 30-second clip posted by TMZ. As this Lamar Odom passes out, and people rush to try to pick him up, and he's face down on the ground, a man walks right in front of the camera and continues to stand in front of the camera right next to Lamar Odom, wearing a shirt filled, covered in pentagrams, upright pentagrams, upside down Baphomet pentagrams, pentagrams everywhere, dozens of pentagrams. And I find it hard to believe that this guy went to the store and he thought that this was a fashionable choice, that he said, boy, this could be great. Now, I know the sleeping zombies would say, well, it's something with the American flag because there's red, white, and blue on it. Those would be pentagrams. And you know what else you could see on there? 666. Now, don't give me that it's GGG, okay? Now, we know G in Freemasonry, what it represents. G in Freemasonry representing, of course, Satan, the god that they worship. But it's clear that these are 666s and pentagrams surrounding this guy's shirt, all over his shirt, as he stands right next to Lamar Odom with his phone out and helps him back up, and Lamar glances over at him. Now, are we supposed to believe that this is a coincidence? Maybe, if you're somebody who believes in coincidences. I don't necessarily believe in coincidences, especially when there are people surrounding a certain family that continue to have mental health breakdowns. You would think that these people, if the Kardashians are, the most beautiful, wonderful family in the world, why are these men having such mental breakdowns and problems when they're at the top of their field making millions of dollars? Why would Kanye West suddenly after an album release, have all these problems go on? Why haven't we seen him since? Why did the same thing happen to Lamar? Because these people are under mind control. They have handlers. The Kardashians are handlers too many. And another coincidence with the Wendy Williams breakdown is that they were actually making fun of the Kardashians right before she had her breakdown. The scene before it cut to commercial, they were sitting there talking about the Kardashians, making fun of them. And then they come back from the commercial break, boom, she has her breakdown. You don't think that Kris Jenner, who of course is once married to Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner, which is just more. I mean, look at all the stuff that surrounds this family. You see the black and white tile with this family, which I know people just go, it's a coincidence. Of course it is. Sure, they just had to have their home black and white marble tile. It has nothing to do with Freemasonry or the occult. They're only the richest, most powerful family out there. They have, a 17-year-old, 16-year-old daughter who's a homeowner of $1 million home. I mean, it's a joke. They're involved in fashion, modeling, everything out there. They have their hand into poisoning the nation, but it must be a huge coincidence, right? But nonetheless, Wendy Williams has her breakdown right after making fun of the Kardashian clan. And as soon as it goes back for commercial, you don't think Kris Jenner could have phoned in somebody? That she doesn't have that capability? That these handlers don't network with each other and cut people off when they cross lines and do certain things? Of course they do. And that's what mind control is all about. They have the control over these people that they handle. Now, the masses out there look at these people like Kanye West and Kim Kardashian and all of them and say, wow, they're just so strong and such powerful people. But all of them have handlers behind the scenes. Even Kim Kardashian has a handler. They all do. Sometimes it's their mother. Sometimes it's a business partner. Sometimes it's their agent or manager. That's how this whole networking system works. So back to the story that TMZ reported on and showed the video of him passing out. Do you find it coincidental that knowing all this stuff about the Kardashians and being witches, and if you don't believe that they're Satanists and occultists, you're sleeping. You're sound asleep and you need to get out of cruise control, slap yourself in the face, get some smelling salts, and wake up. Because the Kardashians are one of the most powerful witch occultic families out there. And it's clear that Lamar Odom for quite some time has been under, quote-unquote, a spell, which is really just MK Ultra mind control, and been handled by this family. So when all this goes down again, when this guy has another meltdown, another breakdown, and I know people will say, well, he might have passed out from alcohol. That's fine. You could be entitled to opinion. Is it coincidental that a man is standing there wearing a shirt covered in pentagrams when we know what the pentagram represents? When we know what the Baphomet upside-down pentagram represents, that this guy's shirt is covered in it, and he's clearly somebody who's in his entourage because he's standing right next to him, directly next to him. So he's somebody with him. So he's likely one of his handlers, because some of these people have multiple handlers. And he just happens to be there. What do you think? You believe in coincidences? I don't. Things like that, especially if you understand mind control and how the human brain works, what these people do is they break and destroy these people's minds. They create so many split personalities in their head, okay? And then they're able to access these split personalities through trigger words. They're also able to break them down. And that's why you see so many of these celebrities break down, right? People don't sit there and go, why are they all breaking down? Why is Amanda Bynes and Shia LaBeouf and all these people are at the top of their industry that they've supposedly tried so hard to become the best at, and all this stuff that we're supposed to believe, the masses are supposed to believe, oh, they worked so hard, they earned it, they're the best. So why would all these people, Britney Spears, get shut down and break down like that? Why has Britney Spears been sent off to Las Vegas to work at, to work some, rinky-dink show that she puts on once or twice a week? Why do you think that is? They invested in her. Her mind control split. She can no longer be trusted to be put out in the spotlight. Just like what we're seeing with Kanye. They can't trust him to go out there anymore in front of millions of people because they don't know what he might say or what he might do, because he's already had a split. He's already had a breakdown in his mind control programming. So I just wanted to report on it because it was in YouTube trending, and I thought it was pretty suspicious. I wasn't going to cover it because I just at first saw it, and I said, I don't really know if there's anything to it. I can't say it's some type of MK breakdown, even though we know that he's had one already. But when I saw the guy with the shirt, who was clearly somebody in his entourage, was likely a handler, just continuing to step in front of the camera with that shirt on, with the pentagrams, it's hard to not think that there's a connection there, especially knowing the connection to the Kardashian witch cult. I thank you for listening to today's show. Let me know what you guys think below. It could just be a pass out, but it's definitely worth noting based on the clothing. I think it based on the history of Lamar Odom's mental health, as well as Kanye West, these men who surround this family. You got Kanye West breaking down. You have Kanye West breaking down, Lamar Odom breaking down multiple times with mental health issues, and you have Kris Jenner's husband turning into a quote-unquote woman. You think there's something going on there? Come on now. I thank you again for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your